was transition. And he knew it. That's why he stayed back to pray.
Wow.
I gotta pray for you. Remember, he told Peter, he said, listen, I know you're so zealous and you're so, happy about being righteous and wanting to do the right thing. He said, but Satan desires to sift you as wheat. But I prayed for you. Hallelujah. So he's doing the same thing here. He's praying for them. But let me tell you what he does. Now watch this. Keep with me, stay with me. I'm trying to stay calm, but I'm getting hot. But watch this. He said he prayed until the evening was come. He was there alone. But the ship, now watch the transition now. The judgment comes in. It says, so it's almost like Matthew is writing and he's telling us what's happening with the Savior in the mountain. But then he transitions the story. He changes the screenplay to show you what's going on with them. He says, but the ship was now. Somebody say now. Now. While he was praying, the ship was now. While he was alone in prayer, the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves. Y'all better hear this. While he was praying, now the ship was tossed. Before he was praying, Matthew didn't say anything about the condition of the ship. But once he starts to pray, now all of a sudden, the ship is tossed. Are y'all hearing me? Before he prayed, nothing was going on. The disciples were having a jolly old good time, not preparing themselves for a supernatural experience. And so he said, I got to pray for them because they need to be preparing for supernatural stuff. So he prays for them a storm to help them prepare for supernatural.
That's good.
He prays for them a storm to prepare them for a supernatural event. Oh man. I'm trying to help you to understand that when storms come in your life, they don't come to kill you, they come to prepare you. When storms come in your life, they come to shift you and to redirect you and to push you into another place. So while he was praying, a storm occurred. He said, but the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. What was the wind contrary to? Come on, let's talk about it now, because you got to look at how he sets this thing up in his writing. He said, look, we already tossed in the sea in waves, but the winds, y'all, were contrary. See, you got to understand, when you start thinking about wind, you got to think in terms of the spirit realm. Because when they was in the upper room, the scripture said there was a mighty what? Rushing wind. And when they was empowered with the Spirit, they spoke in another tongue, another language. Are y'all hearing me? When he created man in his image and likeness, he blew breath, the wind into him, and man became what? A living soul. So this wind is contrary. What is the wind contrary to? He sends a wind, but the wind is contrary. Y'all better watch this. The wind comes from Yahushua, but the wind is contrary to the disciples. Y'all better get this. The wind comes and is against them. He sends a wind that is against them to help them get on one accord. So the wind comes talking to them, telling them contrary things. Y'all better hear this. The wind is speaking, y'all. Y'all got to get this. this now. Use your spiritual imagination. The wind, the boat is tossed, is shaken in the sea, and there's a wind that's blowing. And you got to understand, for sailors, sometimes wind is a good thing. Because wind shifts you into the direction to help you get to shore. But in this case, it was contrary. It kept them out on the sea circulating. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. The wind is contrary. It's against their progression, against them getting to the other side. It is against them surviving. The wind is telling them, you're going to die. You're not going to make it. It's over. You might as well just give up. So he sends a wind of contrary season to encourage them to know who they are. So the wind now becomes the tempest. It becomes the temptation. It becomes the test of their faith. Y'all ain't catch that. The wind comes saying, oh, I heard you say you was going to stand on this word, so let me blow you a little bit to see if you'll break. Oh, I heard you in church say, he never failed. So I'm going to blow some stuff out of the way to see if you will still believe that he fails. I'm going to send you a tornado in your land experience, and I'm going to just blow stuff away. I'm going to shake stuff up, and I'm going to see if you'll say he never fails.
Come on now, Pastor.
Yeah, I guess it. Because if you got insurance, you won't worry. Y'all get this. Let the tornado blow my house all the way down. It don't matter. Because all I'm going to do is, when it's over, is call the insurance company and say, when we going to start building? You lost a lot of memories. I can make new memories, baby. We going to start building.
That's it, Pastor. That's it. Hallelujah.
See, the problem is we don't understand that we got security. So when things happen, we lose our minds because we don't bank on security. See, I don't care if the tornado blows my house down because I'm secure.
That's it.
So the wind is contrary to them.
Yes. Praise him.
He sends a wind into your life, Brother Gray. And isn't it amazing that when he sends a wind, in a lot of cases, this wind comes blowing out of the mouth of folk that you trust? Oh, God. Isn't it amazing that that wind come blowing out of the mouth of folk that you hold their opinion in high esteem?
Come on.
He always sends the people that are close to you to give you something contrary. Wow. Because he wants to hurt and discourage your efforts, so he knows the only people that you will listen to is the ones you put stock in. So the enemy manipulates their mind, and they come to you and say, don't do that, it will fail. They are contrary wind. Because he wants to know what stock is more valuable, theirs or mine. If everybody tell you don't do it and I say do it, what will you do? Will you remain obedient into manifestation, or will you rebel and then regress? Whose relationship do you want to maintain the most? Your mother's or mine? Because I said in my word that if you're going to follow me, then you must take up your cross, and you must love me more than mother, love me more than husband, love me more than wife, love me more than daughter, love me more than